drag queen, well perhaps you're gay. Is there a point to all these fancy clothes, with all these buckles from your head down to your toes? Very simple, but I'm just another girl. It's not so easy, but I'm giving it a whirl. Is there something that you're trying to prove, with all the makeup and the way you move? Are you looking for some sympathy? No, I'm trying to be the best girl I can be. Very simple, but I'm just another girl. It's not so easy, but I'm giving it a whirl. Like my martini stride, cosmos I won't deny. Smoke those long cigarettes. Thank God I'm not dead yet. Done all these crazy things, short of a wedding ring. Just a
Good evening. Thanks for joining us. I'm Callista Solon, and you're watching nlcTrans. Here tonight with my dear friend and usual co-host, Tara Alexander, who is sporting a tall T-shirt, which is kind of cool.
Not that you can see it so well. But
Yeah, but it's very cool. It's got our logo on it. So anyway, that was really neat. The guest we were supposed to have tonight, we got really screwed up on this, and Brett Bernardini was supposed to be on tonight again, but he is actually going to be on next week. I did contact Brett, and he will be on next week for sure, so we can talk about the spirit of Broadway theater. There's a lot of stuff going on, actually, but before we get too far, there was something that I wanted to read, which I thought was pretty cool, and I wanted to thank Tambria for sending me all this stuff. She sends me everything, which is really neat. But this was something that I thought was kind of interesting. I'm going to read it. Bear with me. I don't see very well. But anyway, this was by the President of the United States of America, a proclamation. 40 years ago, patrons and supporters of the Stonewall Inn in New York City resisted police harassment that had become all too common for members of the lesbian, gay, bisexual, and transgender LGBT community. Out of this resistance, the LGBT, and that's an interesting thing. We're gonna talk more about the Stonewall riots. Very, very cool stuff. Anyway, out of this resistance, the LGBT rights movement in America was born. During LGBT Pride Month, we commemorate the events of June 1969 and commit to achieving equal justice under law for LGBT Americans. I'm going to be saying LGBT a lot here. I know. Okay, LGBT Americans have made and continue to make great and lasting contributions that continue to strengthen the fabric of American society. There are many well-respected LGBT leaders in all professional fields, including the arts and business communities. LGBT Americans also mobilize the nation to respond to domestic HIV/AIDS epidemic and have played a vital role in broadening this country's response to the HIV pandemic. Due in no small part to the determination and dedication of LGBT rights movement, more LGBT Americans are living their lives openly today than ever before. I am proud to be the first president to appoint openly LGBT candidates to Senate-confirmed positions in the first 100 days of an administration. These individuals embody the best qualities we seek in public servants, and across my administration in both the White House and federal agencies, openly LGBT employees are doing their jobs with distinction and professionalism. The LGBT rights movement has achieved great progress, but there's still more work to be done. LGBT youth should feel safe to learn without the fear of harassment, and LGBT families and seniors should be allowed to live their lives with dignity and respect. My administration has partnered with the LGBT community to advance a wide range of initiatives. At the international level, I have joined efforts at the United Nations to decriminalize homosexuality around the world. That's something we've talked about in the past, an interesting thing. Here at home, I continue to support measures to bring the full spectrum of equal rights to LGBT Americans. These measures include enhancing hate crime laws, supporting civil unions and federal rights for LGBT couples, outlawing discrimination in the workplace, ensuring adoption rights, and ending the existing don't ask, don't tell policy in a way that strengthens our armed forces and national security. We must also commit ourselves to fighting the HIV/AIDS epidemic by both reducing the number of HIV infections and providing care and support services to people living with HIV/AIDS across the United States. These issues affect not only the LGBT community, but also our entire nation. As long as the promise of equality for all remains unfulfilled, all Americans are affected, and that's an important little statement there, the unfulfilled equality for Americans. I'm not sure everybody understands that that not all Americans have equality. Anyway, all Americans are affected. I'm sorry, I keep going off here. If we can work together to advance the principles upon which our nation was founded, every American will benefit. During LGBT Pride Month, I call upon the LGBT community, the Congress, and the American people to work together to promote equal rights for all, regardless of sexual orientation or gender identity. Now, therefore, I, Barack Obama, President of the United States of America, by virtue of the authority vested in me by the Constitution and laws of the United States, do hereby proclaim June 2009 as Lesbian, Gay, Bisexual, and Transgender Pride Month. I call upon the people of the United States to turn back discrimination and prejudice everywhere it exists. In witness thereof, I hereto set my hand this first day of June in the year of our Lord 2009, and of the independence of the United States of America, the 233rd. Barack Obama. I thought that was really kind of cool.
Yep.
You know, it's no secret that we are big Barack Obama supporters. But I thought that was really good. So June 2009 is LGBT.
Pride Month.
Pride Month. I always get it backwards. LGBT. I say LBGT.
There's no order.
There's no, I know, but it's...
In fact, it's been recommended if you're T, then it should be TLGB.
Yeah, I know, but it's funny. But yeah, we're constantly saying this. Spaghetti, as Father would call it. But I thought that was really, really kind of cool. So this month is LGBT Pride Month.
Yep.
Thank you, President Obama. I thought that was really cool. Did you want to talk about some of the stuff you've got here?
Sure. To stay on the positive note, you had started by talking about Stonewall.
Stonewall, yeah.
And the fact that it's the 40th anniversary. And in recognition of that, the New York Public Library has a new exhibit called 1969, the Year of Gay Liberation. They say June 28th, 2009 will mark the 40th anniversary of the historic Stonewall riots that occurred in Greenwich Village, New York. Many cite the riots as the birth of the gay rights movement in the U.S. From June 69 till 70, gays and lesbians in New York City, and we know more than gays and lesbians, but radicalized in an unprecedented way, founding several activist groups that created a new vision for gay liberation. The exhibition, 1969, the Year of Gay Liberation, charts the emergence and evolution of this new vision from the Stonewall riots to the first LGBT Pride March on Christopher Street in June 1970. All the materials for the exhibit were drawn from LGBT collection in the Manuscripts and Archives Division of the New York Public Library.